Hey boys, and welcome back to another Bleach Immortal Souls video. Finally, we can say that the game is finally here with its global launch. But I don't believe it's in every country, so if you can't download it because it's not in your country, either one, you're going to have to download the APK if you're on Android, or if you're on iOS, you're going to have to use a different iTunes account, either make a new one or change your location. That's how you should be able to get the game if it's not available in your country. But nonetheless, let's talk about this game. So, if you guys don't remember, we did have a video on this a while back, maybe 3 months ago. I think it might have been 3 months ago, I'm not entirely sure, where we did play the game. I liked it, but I know a lot of people are going to call this game trash. And let me tell you right now, don't call the game trash until you've tried it, because it's honestly quite fun. It's completely different to BBS. Please do not compare this game to BBS. I know they're both Bleach games, but they're completely different. You might like BBS. I think a majority of us are going to like BBS more so, and I'm not telling you to drop BBS to play this game, but a lot of people out there don't like BBS and might like this kind of gameplay because, like I said, it's different, right? So, let's talk about it. Firstly, this game, again, the only really comparison to BBS is the fact that it's a gacha game and that it's Bleach characters, right? And even then, luckily for us, it's by a completely different people that's not KLab. The last game, Bleach Mobile 3D, was made by a different company, but they had help from KLab and they used the BBS artwork and stuff like that, so it was mainly just pulling for Bleach characters, and they followed, they mainly had just, you know, eventually, the banner characters were just BBS characters, and it was just got draining, right? This game has its own artwork, and it's going to our characters right here. You can actually see there's look at these artworks. Like, these artworks are kind of clean. So if anyone's out there can data mine this game and get the assets, I would very much appreciate that, so I could use it in thumbnails and stuff, right? Because, like, yeah, like, it's OG Bleach. Look at that's, you know, it's OG Bleach, right? Look at Kisuke's chin. That is one pointy chin, right? So as you can see, these are the URs. Now, it's going to be very hard to pull these URs for starters, because this game is a fragment-based gacha game. Now, that might be a turn-off, and if you don't want to play it because of that, then I understand, right? Also, there is VIP, and we'll get into that into a minute. So I think this Kenpachi is actually one of the better characters in the game, and you can actually get him relatively easy, because he only needs 30 fragments to be unlocked compared to these lot, which need 150. So keep that in mind. This Ichigo right here is actually one of the better characters in the game from what I've heard, because you can actually take him from a rare, because he's a rare right now, all the way to a UR, and then you can actually change his appearance. Right now, I don't think we're even in Shikai. When you... His sword. Where's his sword? Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. Never mind. So right now, I don't think he's even in Shikai. Basically, when you do get him, when you upgrade him, you can start unlocking different appearances for him, so you can take him from Shikai to Bankai, I think eventually to Full Hollow, not to Full Hollow, that's a lie, to Hollowification, you know, with his mask, and then eventually, maybe when the game gets far enough into the story, you can actually unlock him to Full Hollow, and then maybe endgame, take him to Danga, right? So this Ichigo is actually worth investing in, do keep that in mind. When you play the story, they'll start telling you to how to do it. You know, you have to unlock your characters, you have to complete the story missions, stuff like that, so, you know, it's kind of fun, right? I do kind of like the fact that they are, you know, encouraging to use this free Ichigo. That aside, though, there is actually some cool SSRs. We have Tessai. So that's one cool thing about this game compared to Bleach Brave Souls, because Bleach Brave Souls, obviously, when it came out, they didn't really have time to release a lot of characters from Soul Society. When the game came out, there was already Soul Society characters, and that's why nowadays, with the first battle banners, even though we only got one of them, we're going back to OG Soul Society so they could have a chance to shine, right? Because when the first, just so you guys know if you don't know, the first double chance banner was Hueco summons, basically. It was Nelio, Noitora, Mayuri, Kenpachi, and Zyropa. So we've never really got, like, time to shine or summon for, like, all these Soul Society characters, if that makes sense, right? So right now, we're going through Soul Society, we're getting all Soul Society characters, and I think the first limited time banner, similar to Bleach Mobile 3D, is going to be this Shinsui. But that aside, we got a Byakuya. This Byakuya you can get by spending money in the game. If you spend any kind of money in the game, you should be able to get this Byakuya as an added bonus. So if you spend £5, boom, you get this Byakuya. So that's kind of cool, kind of. This Tertiary is free after you log in for a week. This Rankyu is free after you log in for 2 days. So for me, I'm going to get her tomorrow. And then that's it, right? These are the SSRs. Kind of cool, kind of nice. Look at that Yoruichi. Look at the Soifon. Unfortunately, it obviously is based off the anime, so she does have this white underclothes to cover up her side view. That's a bit unfortunate, but, you know, we move. Next up, we have Sasakibe. Chojo's in this game, bro. It's Chojuro. We have Isane, Yuichika, Hinamori. I never call her that, but Momo, Nemu, not looking as thick as she is in the manga, but okay. You know, we have time to improve. And that's one good thing, right? Maybe in the future, this game and the other Bleach gacha games will finally be able to get manga characters because the anime is coming out, right? So hopefully that's something to look forward to in this game if it does last that long, right? And then also we have Kon. You have Kon. So, that aside, we talked about the characters, all the characters you can get. Let's talk about it. This is where you get the Byakuya. If you spend money, boom, you get Byakuya. Do keep in mind there is a VIP system in this game. So if you spend money, you're going to have a massive advantage over free-to-play players. But at least for me, I'm going to play this game casually on the side when BBS is like running out of tickets and stuff like that. So I'm not going to spend that much money in the game. I'm going to play casually, enjoy the game for what it is because it's a different game to Bleach Breaker. So it's a breath of fresh air to some extent. So that's it for that. Now let's talk about the summons. So right here is the basic B-Tech banner, like the standard premium banner for this game. Eventually we're going to get limited time banners, but for now, at least in my server, because this is a server-based game, if you're not in my server, you will not be able to see me. Do keep that in mind. Your first multi is guaranteed to be an SSR and also give you 20 fragments to kickstart your journey of getting the UR Zangetsu. So let's just do it right now. The animations in this game is nothing too impressive, similar to Bleach Mobile 3D. It's the butterfly, but there's no indication of you getting shafted or not. You're just going to see the pull what you get and see what you get, right? So let's pull. There are only 4 SSRs that you can get in this first multi. Do keep that in mind. And we're hoping to get Soifon. Oh. I don't have enough to summon. So, if you guys do want to reroll, what you want to do is basically finish chapter 2, and that's where you'll get enough diamonds or jade crystals, whatever they call them, to actually do a multi. So let's quickly claim all of these real quick. There you go. And now we have 2,200, and that's enough to make us do a multi. And the main goal is Soifon. And let's get into it. So, the only 4 SSRs you can get is Jushiro, Sajin, Renji, and Soifon. And hopefully, we get Soifon. Okay, we got Jinta. Alright. Soifon, please. Renji. Okay, I got to reroll again. Alright. So, I don't want any of these characters. I want to go for who I want the most. And obviously, the only female you can get in this, reroll multi is Soifon. So, I'm going for her. And also, from what I've heard, she's also one of the better characters in the game to, for a beginner count, right? She's going to carry you for a decent amount. So there you go. As you saw, you're guaranteed an SSR, and then you're also guaranteed 20 fragments of Zangetsu, so you only need to get 130 more. That sounds like a lot, but it's whatever, right? So you can also get crystals back, by the way. You can also pull for crystals. So I did a multi and got 500 back, so that's kind of funny, right? That's kind of funny. So that's basically how these summons work. The rates, I believe, are... So you actually can't get these two. I don't even know why they show in the banner, but again, you can get them for, not free, but you can get her for free, and then you can buy Byakuya if you spend money in the game. You also can't get these characters. You can get, these are the shards you can get. You can't get these yet. I think you have to get to a certain amount, right? So you can only get Urahara when you get Zangetsu. And then for Byakuya, you have to get level 60. Nice, but again, you can also just get him. And then this Ichigo, you have to get level 60. So just keep that in mind, right? You can't get some of these fragments from the get-go. And then the rates for the characters, so the UR character fragments or shards is 10%. The character, so an SSR character, has a 2.2% chance of being pulled. That's kind of low. That's kind of low. It's a bit unfortunate it's like that, but it is what it is, and that's a bit unfortunate. Wait, 600k? Excuse me? Okay, I have no idea what that is, but alright. So that's basically how these summons work. The more you summon, you also get some extra rewards. Okay. It's just okay. This here, gacha at level 24 is basically the accessory gacha. We'll get into that into another video, but for now, this is basically how the summons work. So if you're rerolling, you want to go for Soifon. Right? Unless you want to go for someone else, that's fine. But you can only get 4 characters. Renji, Soifon, Jushiro, and Sergeant. So one of those 4, pick one of those 4, reroll for that character, right? If you don't get the character you want, so right now we didn't get Soifon, what I'm going to do is go down here, quick switch account. I'm going to blur that because I don't want to show it. And then basically do register now and basically create an account. And it's really simple. You don't even need to give an official Gmail, right? Just literally put random stuff, agree, and then register. And then when you're comfortable with that account, you can eventually link it. Go to, is it redeem? User center. So eventually, if you're comfortable with that account, you can start linking it to all these stuffs to keep it safe. So just do keep that in mind. But for now, we're not going to reroll now because I'm going to show you the gameplay and stuff. So that's it for that. That's the summons. Those are the characters. There is actually a lot of stuff to do. There's guilds in this game. There's like a Senkomon kind of mode where you go through the tower. It's actually kind of cool. Where you go through Soul Society. So that's actually kind of nice. There's the story mode is actually kind of in depth, but we'll get into that in a minute. So let's actually get into it now, actually. Elite we don't have yet. We have to get to level 18. So, okay, that's the story. We went to the wrong one. So let's go to chapter 3. Now, let me talk about the gameplay, because this, again, is also where people might call the game trash, but I think it's actually kind of cool. So, it's basically very, very, very similar to One Piece Treasure Cruise. And if you played it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, let's get to the boss right here, or the event, or story mode. So, by the way, the OST in this game is straight from Bleach. That's kind of cool. So we have our 3 characters here. I should have actually... Okay, this is not the best showcase right here because we actually have to stick on auto. Great. Can I turn it off? Alright, I can. So, first, type your character. Boom, hit a perfect. Right little P in the middle is where you want to hit the next character, and that's when you get the most damage. So you get a 1.2 to a 1.4 to a 1.6, and eventually when you have more characters in your team, 1.8, and then 2 times, right? That's how you do the most damage. It's very similar to One Piece Treasure Cruise, where there's like the tap timing bonus to some extent, and then your last character does the most damage. Unfortunately, it's not as good as One Piece Treasure Cruise system, because each character in that game has a different tap speed or tap timing speed, so it is like some skill to it. In this game, it's very slow. It doesn't feel rewarding to hit a perfect. It's very easy, and for the fact that it's so easy, it doesn't feel... It shouldn't even be in the game because it's so easy, if that makes sense, right? If it was harder, then it would have been more difficult, if that makes sense. Because it's so easy, like, it might as well just... You might as well just auto, realistically. That's what I'm trying to say, right? It's that easy. But, like I said, for now, let's just keep going. Let's actually change our formation, because we actually can put... There we go. We got more teammates now to showcase it. So yeah, the gameplay is okay for what it is. Eventually, when you start unlocking more characters and you can start experimenting with more teams, you can actually start enjoying the game more, because the game does get more fun. You have all these characters that can heal, the front line and stuff like that. There is some, there is actually a lot of strategy into this game, even though it might not look like it. So before we actually do get into the last run, we will end it here. Let's actually talk about how you power up characters, right? So you click here. These are your characters. Let's go to Ichigo, info. You have your gear, and basically you can upgrade. So boom, and then that boom, it takes us to green, right? Similar to Bleach Mara 3D, where you go from silver to green, green to blue, I think blue to purple, and I think purple is the highest as of now. And you can also level up. So it's actually kind of cool, eventually you can start investing in your characters. You have upgrades, you use these to level up your characters. I believe your character is capped at your level cap, so we can't go any higher. What level are we? So we can't go higher than level 13, because my current level is level 13. If you go to enhance, this is where you can take your character to give it extra stats. So right now he's green. If you don't have enough of these fragments or these materials, basically very simple, just do sweep. There you go, sweep times 10. There we go. We got enough of the materials, and boom, we got 7 out of 6. And then I would do it for here, but obviously I haven't completed the quest, so I can't sweep yet. So that's actually kind of cool. Very easy to max characters. It eventually will be a bit grindy. This is the star system. When you get more fragments, you can upgrade their stars. And then here is your skills to make it basically do more damage, right? So here, the attack strengthen, passive increase this character's attack. So we get a 6.1 attack increase. Eventually, when you upgrade it, it gets more. This is our rage attack, the Getter Potential. Deals damage to a column of enemies. So if there's someone behind and in front, you'll do damage to both of those enemies. Some characters hit from the back, some characters hit from the front. There's, again, a lot of team experimenting that you can do in this game. After weapon awakens, damage increases greatly. SR, so when you get into an SR, like I said, right now he's only an R. Deals bleed damage to target, lasts 2 rounds, and then when you get into SSR, 50% chance to deal 15% more damage to the target. So, kind of cool, right? Again, the one cool thing about this Ichigo is that you can actually invest into him and make him a UR and eventually unlock his Bankai form. And hopefully, I can do that one day, but you will get to that. You will know what I'm talking about when you finish story. When you do a bunch of story quests, you'll start unlocking more characters and stuff like that. And that's when they'll say you can start, investing into this Ichigo and making him a UR and stuff. So that's basically it for the character leveling up. And this is our bag. These are materials. These are fragments. Okay. Again, these are the characters. So as you can see, we have 20 fragments for Zangetsu eventually. I will get him eventually. And that's pretty much it. I can't show you the squads. I will probably have a beginner's guide up in a few days when I actually get more comfortable with the game, because right now I only know the basics, right? If anyone else knows more than me, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's basically it, lads. So if you guys did enjoy the video, let me know if you're playing this game in the comments below. Again, it's not a bad game. I think people are quick to judge because we have Bleach Brave Souls. Bleach Brave Souls is the ultimate Bleach gacha game. Nothing will ever compete with it. But this is actually a different kind of game. It's fun to play for what it is. But if you're trying to be serious, you know, you're trying to get into the best in your server, you're probably going to have to drop some money. And if you don't like that, then I understand, right? It's just how it is. Unfortunately, these games like to throw in a bunch of VIP systems, and it could potentially ruin the game. But I'm going to play it. I kind of like it, and I hope you guys do. So if you guys, again, I suck at ending videos. I apologize. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share, blah, blah, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.